Hi, hello students. Welcome to Indian Tech Guru for you. Let us move on to the next topic. The next topic is programming arithmetic and logic operations. So as we already know that the assembly language program is having some of the symbols for specific arithmetic as well as logic operations. For example, there is an AND symbol for performing the logic operation AND. Similarly, there is an add symbol for performing the logic arithmetic operation for adding the two numbers. So, however, there are very limited operations, as we have seen in the previous class. To perform the subtraction operation, we need to take the help of the addition. There is no direct subtraction operation available in assembly language code. So that's why we have seen how to write the subtraction operation in the previous class. So in this class, we will be implementing the multiplication operation. So basically now we can bifurcate the given operations into two categories. The first category is hardware implementation. So whatever the operations that are given by default, the set of operations that are given by default, that is the add operation, AND operation, clear operation, circulate right operation, circulate left operation. These are all called as the hardware implementation because implementation of these operations are directly written in machine instruction code. However, to implement the remaining operations, we need to have a software implementation. That is, we need to write a program in assembly level language, so that it is going to perform the required operation. So that's why we need to know how to write the program for other operations that are not available directly. For example, multiplication is not available directly, so that's why we need to write a assembly language program to implement the multiplication. However, for simplicity, let us assume that we are using only unsigned positive numbers. We are using only unsigned positive numbers, and we are considering only 8-bit numbers. So because when you multiply two 8-bit numbers, then we are going to get around 16 bits. So if we take more than 8 bits, then the 16-bit register cannot accommodate all the bits. So that is why we will get the garbage value rather than the actual result. So that's why what are the restrictions we imposed? We imposed the restrictions that we are going to take the unsigned positive numbers, and we are considering 8-bit numbers for multiplication rather than more than 8-bit numbers, so that the result will be correct. Before seeing the code for the multiplication operation, so let us first see the flow chart of the program for the multiplication and trace out how the result is carried out. So here x hold the multiplicand. So what is x value? X value is 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1, and y holds the multiplier into, so what is the y value? 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. Okay, so how the multiplication is carried out is how we generally carried out. In the same fashion, the multiplication is carried out. So whenever there is a 1, then we have to write all the values. 1 into multiplicand, 1 into multiplicand. So 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. Once again there is 1. So 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0. Next there is 0. So 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Once again there is 1 and 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0. Okay. So this will be how we are going to perform the multiplication by paper and pencil, isn't it? So if we add all the values, then we are going to get the result. So 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 0, not 1 0 1, 1 0 0. So 4 ones, if you add 4 ones, what will be the result? 1 plus 1 1 0, 1 plus 1 1 0. So 0 1 1 1 0 1. So 1 0 0, the value will be 1 0 0. So 1 0 0. Next 1 0 plus 1 1, 1 0 plus 1 1. Once again 1 0 0, 1 0 0. Next 1 0 1. So 1 0 1 will be 1 0 means 2, 1 means 3. So it will be the value of 3. That is 1 1 1 1. So 1 1 1 0 1. So what is the final result we got? So 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 1. So this you can find here. This is the final result. So however, with paper and pencil we can do just like this, and we can actually get the result. However, so as far as the computer is concerned, so it cannot perform like us. It cannot perform like us. It should perform in a sequential fashion. So that's why. So how computer performs? We need to know how computer performs this multiplication operation. So for that purpose we have a flow chart. So initially counter, CTR is counter. Counter is assigned to -8 value. So because here the multiplier is having 8 bits, we need to repeat steps 8 times. So whenever CTR is incremented, it will be -7, -6, -5 and so on. It will come to 0. We can stop when counter is 0. Next P. P is a temporary variable which holds the product. It is assigned to 0. Next E. Expansion bit is initially assigned to 0. Next AC. AC is the accumulator register. Accumulator register is assigned with Y value. What is Y value? 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. This is the Y value. So the Y value is assigned to accumulator register. Next this step is important. CIR. CIR means circulate right. Circulate right EAC. Circulate right EAC. What is the E value? 0. What is the AC value? 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. So what we need to do? We need to perform circulate right operation. So already in the previous classes we have seen how to circulate the right. How to circulate right? So this 0 will come to here, this 0 here, 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1, and this expansion bit will be moved with the least significant bit 1. Okay. So this is the value we got after circulating right the expansion bit as well as the accumulator register. The content of the accumulator register now is 5 zeros 1 0 1. Now move the accumulator register value to y. So now the y value will be 5 zeros 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1. So after moving accumulator register value to y, check the expansion bit. So what is the expansion bit now? The expansion bit became 1. So if expansion bit is equal to 1, then what to do? P assignment p plus x. P assignment p plus x. So what is x value? X is the multiplicand, x value is 4 zeros 4 1. So p initial value is 0. Here you can see p initial value is 0. 0 means 0 0 0 0 0 0 8 zeros. Now we are updating the p value. I am writing here p values. So p is equal to p plus x. What does it mean? So 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. So here you can see. Okay, initially p is 0. Now p value is updated as 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. Okay. Now after updating the p value, make the expansion bit value, reset the expansion bit value to 0. Okay. So reset the expansion value bit value to 0, and then what to do? So assign x value to accumulator register. Now assign x value to accumulator register. So up to here we completed p value. Now assign x value. X value is 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 to accumulator register, and expansion bit we have reset to 0. Expansion bit we have reset to 0, and now perform circular left operation, on EAC. So E value is 0, AC value is 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. Circular left means, so we have already discussed how circular left is performed. So this 0 will come to here, this 0 will come to here, 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. So this is the expansion bit, and for the rightmost bit, the most significant bit will be filled. Okay, it will come here 0. So now, so the value of accumulator register is now 0 0 0 4 1s 0. Okay, so we are here now. Circulate EAC. So after circulating the EAC values, what to do? Assign the present accumulator value to x. X is updated with what value? Accumulator value. What is the accumulator value? 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. So here you can find that accumulator value. So x value, these are all x values. These are all updated x values. Now x value is updated with this particular value. Okay. So after updating the x value, so increment the counter. Counter is initially -8. If you increment -8 plus 1, it will become -7. So if counter is equal to 0, so the execution is completed, stop. If counter is not equal to 0, it is -7. So repeat the same steps. We need to repeat the same steps. Now we are here. Okay. Once again same steps are repeated. Okay, so from here we need to repeat from here. Now the present x value is this, and present p value is this one. No, just we have completed one iteration. Present p value is this one, present x value is this one. Okay, now once again reset e value to 0, e is 0. Move the y value to accumulate register once again. So y value is whether we have changed the y value, we have not changed anywhere the y value. We changed the x value as well as p value. Okay, so y value is same. So we are once again moving the y value to the accumulate register. So 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. And circulate EAC. So now in the first iteration, in this particular step, we updated the y value. Okay, we forgot that. So that's why the present y value will be because we have performed the circulate, right? The present y value will be, just I will show you. So this is the present y value. Okay, this is the present y value. Next, so this is the present y value. We have moved the present y value to the accumulate register, and then circulate EAC. Circulate right EAC. Circulate right means what will be the values? 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0. So this one will come to here, expansion bit 1. Okay. Now the present value of accumulate register is 6 zeros 1 0. 6 zeros 1 0, and this we are going to move to y. So that what I said previously, the y value is initially 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. In the after first iteration, it will be 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1. First iteration. After second iteration, now it will be 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0. Okay. Now the present y value is this one. So now after assigning the accumulator value to y value, so check the expansion bit. Expansion bit is once again 1. So whenever it is 1, update the p value. So update the p value as p assignment p plus x. So previous p value was, so 0 0 0 0 and 1 1 1 1. Previous x value, these are all x values, updated x values, updated x values. So previous x value is 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. So now we need to add both of them. So we get 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 0. So now this value, after second iteration, we are going to get the p value, this value. Okay. So what is that? 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1. Okay. Now the p value is updated to this value. So make expansion bit to reset expansion bit to 0. Now it will become 0, and assign the x value to accumulate register. So what is the current x value? So current x value is 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. So assign this value to the accumulator register, and circular left EAC, E is 0, circular left, perform circulate left, then it will become 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0. Okay. So this is the updated accumulator register value. So after performing circular left, now assign the accumulator value to x. Okay, assign the accumulator value to x. So here now the value will be, the updated x value will be, so I will write x values here. So initially x value is 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1, and then next after first iteration x value will be 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. After second iteration, now the x value will be 0 0 0, no, 2 zeros, so this is expansion bit. So this is only the x value, 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0. Okay, this is the present x value after second iteration. Okay, so after assigning the accumulator register to x, increment the counter. So now the counter will become -6, and then it is not equal to 0. So once again repeat the same steps. So E assigned to 0, already expansion bit is 0, AC assigned to y. What is the updated y value now? Updated y value is this one. Okay, so now accumulator register, we need to move the, for accumulator register expansion bit is 0, for accumulator register we need to move the y value. So what is the present y value? This one is the present y value. So 0 0 0 0 0 0 6 zeros 1 0. So this is the present accumulator value. Circulate right, circulate right. So when we circulate right, then this is the expansion bit. Then we get 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 zeros and 1. This 0 will be moved to the expansion bit. Okay. So first time after iteration we got 0 value instead of 1 value. We got 0 value instead of 1 value. Okay. So now you can see. So after performing the EAC, assign the accumulator to y. Assign the accumulator value to y. So that is update the y value with 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1. And now check the E value. E value first time we got as 0. Okay. So if E value is 0, then don't update the P value. Don't update the P value. So the P value will be same. Here you can see the P value will be same, no update. So and then move the x value, current x value to the AC. So what is the current x value? 0 0 4 1s 0 0, and perform the circulate left with EAC. Circulate left. If you perform the circulate left, then what value we get? So 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0. So we get this value. So now the updated x value is 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0. This is the updated x value after performing circulate left. So assign the accumulator to x and increment the counter value. It will be -5. So because it is not equal to 0, once again perform the same steps. E assigned to 0. Let me rub the already existing values. This could be the last iteration. So expansion bit is 0. Assign y value to AC. What is the latest y value? 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, 7 zeros 1. This is the accumulate y value. Assign y value to accumulate register. Circulate right. This is the expansion bit. Circulate right. Then it will be 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, all zeros, and this 1 will come to here. Now the expansion bit will be 1. Okay. So move the accumulate register value to y. Now the y value will be all zeros, 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay. And now expansion bit is 1. Okay, because expansion bit is 1, you need to add the x value to p, already existing p value. Now you need to add the x value. So what is the present x value? The present x value is this one. Okay, so 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0. So what we get? 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 1. So 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 we get this value for p. Okay, so p assignment p plus x over. Now convert the clear the expansion bit to 0, and then move the x value to accumulate register. So what is the present x value? So this is the present x value. Move that value to accumulate register 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0, and then this is the expansion bit, and then perform the circular left operation. So if you perform the circular left operation, then 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0, this will be the circular left operation. If you do not remember how to perform the circular left and circular right, watch the previous videos. So now update the x value. X value is updated with accumulate register value, that is 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0. This is the updated x value. So after updating the x value, now increment the counter. Now it will become -4. Okay. So now what is the updated p value? 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 1. This will be the updated p value. So once again repeat the steps. However, now as y value has become 0 0 0 0 0, always the expansion bit will be 0 and no operation will be performed. No update in the p value will be occurred. Okay. So however, the counter is going to decrement continuously, and it will become 0, and the execution will be stopped. Okay. So what does it mean? The final result is held by p. Okay, the final result is held by p. So what is the final p value? 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 1. This is the product of x as well as y. So we have initially we have shown you by paper and pencil how we are going to perform the multiplication, and we have seen the result is this one only. Okay, so like this, using this flow chart, we can perform the multiplication operation. So now let us move to the assembly language code, how it looks like, and how we did the operation, the same operation. So whatever the operations we have shown in the previous flow chart, the same operations are performed using the assembly language code. So in case of high level language programming code, the declaration part will be the starting, whereas in case of the assembly language code, the declaration part will be at the end. So first let us consider the declaration part. So we need 4 different variables. The first one is the counter variable, which is initialized to decimal number -8. Okay, we need x value, the multiplicand value. The multiplicand value we have seen in binary format 0 0 0 0 and 1 1 1 1. However, here we have taken it as a hexadecimal code. So this is equivalent to 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. Okay. So instead of 2 hexadecimal numbers, we considered 4 hexadecimal numbers, because we know we need to consider the 16 bits, because we are using the 16-bit registers. So 00F is equivalent to 000F, that you know. Next, Y value, we have taken the B value, so which is a multiplier value, that also we have seen. And initially the product, we have taken it as 0. The finally the product will be stored here. Okay, so these are the variables and initial values for the variables. So coming to the program, org100, the initial address for the program is assigned to 100. Next, loop. So repeat in a loop. First, initially clear E. So we have shown you in the flow chart, E assigned to 0. So that is nothing but clearing E. And then load Y. Load Y means so the multiplier value will be loaded to the accumulator register. Next, CIR, circulate right. This operation we have seen. Circulate right, transfer multiplier bit to E, and then store Y. So after performing the circulate right with the expansion bit and accumulator register, once again store the accumulator value to Y. And SZE, check if the bit is 0. If the bit is 0, then you need to perform one operation. If it is 1, then you need to perform other operation. SZE means skip if expansion bit is 0. Okay. So if it is if the bit is 1, then you have to execute this set of instructions. If the bit is 0, then you need to execute these steps of instructions. So if the bit is 1, what we are going to do? We are going to load the multiplicand to X, and then add the X value to P. So we have seen P assignment P plus X. So whatever the statements we have seen, we have previously, those statements we have converted into assembly language code. After performing P assignment P plus X, what we are going to do? We are going to store the product, and then clear the expansion bit. Okay. Next, if the value of if the value of the bit expansion bit is 0, then what to do? We need to load multiplicand. We are not going to perform P assignment P plus X. However, just we are going to implement a circulate left, shift left, circular shift left with the expansion bit and the accumulator register. And then we are going to store the shifted multiplicand to X, update the X value, and then increment the counter value, and then branch to loop, branch unconditional to loop. This is the loop statement. So if the ISZ means skip if 0. So if the counter is not equal to 0, then go to the branch unconditional LOP, otherwise halt, stop the execution. Okay. So if counter is 0, then this statement will be skipped. If this statement is skipped, then the computer will halt. Okay. So like this, the same steps will be repeated several times, so until we get the result. Finally the result will be stored in P. Okay. So that is whatever the sequence we have seen in the flow chart, the same sequence we have converted into program code in assembly language. here the tricky logic location is what is the tricky logic is so if the bit value is 1, so we will be moving to 1. So whenever we move to 1, we are going to perform the load X, add P, store P, clear expansion bit, and in addition to that we are going to perform these operations also, because there is no break statement here. Okay, there is no ISZ, there is no skipping operation. So that's why, so even though you are going to branch to location 1, you are going to perform the 0 operations also. That is, we are going to perform the load X, circulate left, store X, ISZ counter. And now if it is if the counter is not equal to 0, then we will be moving to the LOP. So if it is 0, then this particular step is skipped and we are going to perform the halt computer. Okay, don't think that BUN1 means so we are going to execute only these statements, not like that. So because there is no skip operation here like ISZ, so that's why we are going to perform all these operations if the if the bit is 1, so we are going to perform the instructions that are labeled with 1 as well as instructions that are labeled with 0 also. However, if the bit is 0, then we are going to directly move to ZRO. We are not going to perform the operations that are under 1. So this is the tricky logic we need to understand. Okay, so if the branch unconditional 1, then we are going to perform the statements of 1 as well as 0. If the branch unconditional is 0, then we are not going to perform the operations that are under label 1. However, we are going to perform the operations that are under 0. So that logic is very, very important. And another important logic is ISZ, this statement, increment and skip if 0. ISZ means increment and skip if 0. So initially the count is -8, so it will become -7, -6, -5 and so on. So because these values are not 0, then what we are going to do? We are going to branch repeatedly to LOP. Okay, so -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 8 times we are going to repeat. And whenever it becomes 0, so increment and skip if 0. Now it is 0, the counter is 0. So whenever the counter is 0, then what you need to do? Skip the next instruction, that is PC assignment PC +1. Then this particular statement will not be executed. Directly you will be moved to the halt. The computer will be stopping execution. Okay, so the end of the program. So it is going to perform the stop operation, and already the product will be available up to then in the P. Okay, so like this the operation is performed using the multiplication. So if you keenly observe the code, it is not that much difficult. The only thing is you need to know what is meant by LDA, what is meant by STA, what is meant by CAR, what is meant by CAL, what is meant by SZE, what is meant by ISZ, what is meant by BUN, what is meant by HLT. So these things you need to know. What is the meaning of that particular operation? What is meant by BUN? BUN means branch unconditional. So how this operation is performed? In addition to knowing the particular command in 3 letters, we need to know how the operation is implemented. So then only you can easily understand the code. So already we explained about each and every assembly language code in the previous classes. So if you are not familiar, go to the previous video and watch once again the previous videos. and then come back here. So then you will be better understanding. So I have explained how it works in the flow chart, as well as I have explained the source code of multiplication program in assembly language. So hope you understand the logic. That's all for now.